Okay, friends, have you wondered why the frequency of heart attacks is much more in the winter season? Like this winter season, also, if you ask about your relatives, it's quite possible that there must have been one or two deaths, which was possibly because of the heart attack. And this is the winter season. And although I'm no doctor, but through common sense, I find some connection between winter season, heart attack, and urology. So, as a layman, what would I know about urology? Urology is like how urine is passed from the body, the quantity of urine that is passed from the body. So how is it affecting the functioning of the heart? Because urine has got to do with the kidney. See, blood quantity is responsible for the pressure that is there on arteries and pressure that is there on the heart. If the quantity of blood is more, then the heart would require much more force to pump. So, if a person urinates 200 ml of fluid and then consumes 200 ml of fluid in the form of some tea or whatever, then fluid balance is there. It is retained. But what would happen if a person is not urinating as much as he is drinking? Because if he eats salty food, fried food, and because of salt, the body wants more water, and the amount of the fluid means the blood is increasing, means the pressure is more on the heart. Then the risk of heart attack will increase by common sense, we can say, logically. And what is the second reason? Second reason is urology. Another aspect is there are certain types of food that make us urinate more. They are called diuretics. Fruit, vegetable, they are all diuretic. Garlic, tomato, they are diuretic. The food that doesn't allow much urine to pass are chane ki dal, besan, anything we eat of besan, or besan is the flour of a black gram, and dal, and non-veg, milk. So these are the things which may not cause much of the urine, and the fluid may get retained there itself in the blood. Now, urology means the logic of urine formation means the amount of fluid that we discharge. In winter there won't be any sweating, no? There won't be much sweating, so we can't count that factor that the sweat was more. So why calculate according to the urination? So if we have eaten food is essential, we will eat food. But if we keep a watch on how much urination has been done, and an equal quantity of fluid is taken, then the pressure will be under control. Okay. So when we cook food, we should be cooking in such a form that there should be some mixture of diuretics and other food is along with other food. Means if we are making some vegetable, then even if there is less of diuretics, like less of tomatoes, less of garlic, ginger, then also there isn't much problem. But if you are making dal or some non-veg, then sufficient garlic, sufficient tomato should be mixed inside that dish, so that urine formation remains normal. Okay, that was one thing. Another thing is the thickening of the blood. Like in the winter season, we need more energy. Since we need more energy, we consume more sugar, more fried things, oily things. So the blood is thick. Now heart is like a motor, like a machine. It's a muscle. So if any motor has to pump a fluid which is of less density, it is easy for the motor. And if it's a thick and if it is more, quantity is more, then it finds much more difficulty. Now in winter season, we consume so much of sugar, so much of oily things, because we need to fight the winter season. That is essential for us. And because of that, the blood tends to become thick. Now, what is the solution? Solution is this, that people used to say that when we eat fried food, we should not consume much of fluid, because then the heart has got double, a load on it. Means it has got to deal with the thickness also and the quantity also. And if we are eating thick food, means heavy food, rich food, oily food, then we should not do much physical activity exactly after eating, because then the load on the heart will again increase too much. Means heavy activity can be postponed at that time. Means all the three things, like heavy activity, fried food, and lot of fluid, they should not be all together, separated from each other. And what we need to observe is how much are we urinating. So we shouldn't be consuming more water than that. I mean, we should be eating food in such a quantity that we should not be getting that much thirst also. As per urology, basic principles, layman's principles. So that's another thing. Now, what are the symptoms if we do not take care? If we eat food without diuretics, like without tomatoes, garlic, the blood will get thick. And the first symptom is weakness in the limbs, means particularly feet, heavy-headedness, and the jaw, the jaw and the teeth and the gums, feeling pain in the gums. Pain in the gums is a symptom which tells that the fluid isn't of correct density. It is more thick, because the gums would get blood, sufficient blood, if the blood is slightly thin. The joints also, the feet also, they require blood thickness to be of a certain level, means on the lower side. So when we are getting some problem with the gums, swelling of the gums, pain in the gums of the jaw or something like that, or weakness in the limbs, we should immediately understand that there is something wrong in our eating. So what can we do to relieve pain? We need to observe and make the fluid thin. How? Reducing the sugar content, fried content, and drinking only that much water as much we are urinating. And after eating, not putting up some exertion to the body, it's one thing. And with these few precautions, I think we can overcome this problem, and it will be easy for our heart, and we can get through the winter season, because we need to consume food, we need to have fats, because otherwise how are we going to fight the cold? So we need to eat sugar also, carbohydrates, we need to have proteins also, cholesterol, good cholesterol is important, fats are important. Only thing is that when the three things shouldn't combine, means the blood getting thick immediately, and immediately a lot of water also, and also a lot of exercise. So we must segregate these things. And many a times I would tell that suppose we drink as much water as we drink tea, that much quantity. Normally it won't create problem. But even that we should observe. Sometimes we eat such a type of food that we don't get like urination isn't there much. Particularly if you eat some besan pakoras. You know, besan pakoras are made with gobi in combination. Gobi ka pakoda. Gobi besan ka pakoda. If you eat that, then what will you see? You will not feel like going to a washroom to urinate for a long time. And you would may feel like having a lot of water, which is actually a symptom like that there can be problem afterwards. So what could you do? You should wait actually. And when there is some urination, after that there can be consumption of some fluid. Because prevention is better than cure. If we take medicines and if we suffer pain, then this it's a very bad thing. So why not to have some knowledge and escape the pain, remain healthy, remain happy. And I hope this would help you in some way. And have a nice day. Bye bye.